This is GoosePimples. Let's go.
A woman is on a solo house viewing on a Tuesday afternoon when she filmed something in one of the empty rooms that left viewers absolutely freaking out.
Great.
She and her husband had been house hunting for a while, but on that day, she was checking out this property on her own because he couldn't make it. While she wasn't completely alone, the only other person in the building was the estate agent who was right behind her. To show her husband what he was missing, she started taking videos of the empty rooms as she walked through the house. What she didn't know is that the house has a tragic history. The previous owner, a man broken by grief, decided to take his last breath within those very walls. Locals say his spirit never moved on. Well, that day, she thought she was filming an empty room, but she wasn't alone. Take a look.
That bathroom.
Oh, great.
And that goes.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
As she enters the room, a head can be seen through the gap above the fridge for just a second.
Yeah, coming
After
down whatever
getting a
that
bit
ramp
confused,
was.
thinking she's seeing things that are not there, her next reaction is to investigate. She walks past the fridge to check the area by the door where the head appeared, and finds nothing. Now,
Great.
here's where this goes from strange to impossible. The entity came from the direction of the door, but the door is locked, and there was no sound of it closing.
And that goes.
Just went right through the door with their whole just.
We can't see them come out from behind the fridge either,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems very unlikely that a person would have enough time to go back through the door and close it by the time she gets there to film the area.
Yeah.
It's not an intruder, and it wasn't the estate agent from upstairs, which brings us back to the tragic story of the previous owner. So what did she capture? A trick of the light? Or was that the spirit of the grieving homeowner, still peeking through the rooms of the house he could never bring himself to leave? Let us know what you think was hiding behind that fridge.
Whatever it is, I don't like it.
And that goes.
Oh, what the fuck?
Number 4. The Tunnels. On the 28th December 1985, a group of kids from New York had an itch to do some urban exploration.
Great.
So they suited up with torches and an old camcorder and headed down into some of the abandoned tunnels that they knew were underneath their city.
That's exactly what
The
I want to
further
see.
they ventured in, the more they realised how out of their depth they really were.
Some found footage Blair Witch looking ass shit. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet that's what it's going to look like? Yep. This is Blair Witch all over again. What? Why are you looking into the darkness? Why doesn't this kid have a flashlight?
The laser pointer? Was it this dark?
Oh my god.
You could see the end in the day.
What was that?
Sketchy. Flashlight sucks.
Sketchy. This whole thing is sketchy. Why are you...
Dude, we could seriously travel. Guys, we're entering a neighborhood with people's backyards.
Oh no.
Whoever's having
There's bags. That stuff that's on the ground that they're passing by is like people's stuff because homeless people live in like the tunnels under cities. Like it happens.
Oh, guys. Look. Dude, a spider took over
graffiti.
this bird's nest. Guys, look. What the frick? 666. Dude, these are pictures of people.
Ew.
Against all better judgment, the group of boys decided to keep walking deeper and deeper into the tunnel,
Stop.
which was when all hell broke loose.
How are you gonna get out?
Guys, there isn't light in either car. Guys, I think we're lost.
Yeah, so get out of there. What are you gonna do if you have to run?
Wait. Did you hear that? No. What did you hear?
They're running now. Oh my god, they're like little kids too.
According to the video, the boys were never found, but the camcorder one of them was using was found on the floor, which is how we have this footage.
They were never found. How many times have you heard that online? One of them probably posted it, but still, I bet they got the scare of their life.
But there's something off about the video that a lot of commenters seem to pick up on. The first being the times on the camcorder in the bottom left. It jumps from 7:36 PM at 9 seconds in, then back to 7:11 PM a few seconds later. Then towards the end of the video, the time jumps around again, going from 7:48 PM to 4:07 PM as they began to run away. But that time changes once more to 11:12 PM when the camera is dropped. Another strange thing about this found footage is the design of cameras they are holding. The video was supposedly filmed in 1985. The first ever handheld camcorder was only invented in 1983, and were honestly not lightweight and compact like in the video.
Yeah.
2 years later, in 1985, there had been the development of the Sony Handycam, which was a small, much more portable device. But there was no screen, as digital camcorders that included playback screens like you see above were not available for consumers until 1995. So how did these kids have a hold of digital camcorders? If that wasn't suspicious enough, in the original YouTube video covering the case, there is a bit of extra footage that the group supposedly took before they went missing. It shows them playing in the street, but there is something wrong there. That is an electric scooter. They weren't invented until the 90s as well.
Yeah.
What is going on here? In the same video though, it shows a bunch of items that were supposedly left at the scene, including a school yearbook, a roll of film, a jacket, and even the broken glasses of one of the boys. But all of the inconsistencies make this story somewhat difficult to comprehend. Apparently to this day, the group have never been found, but is the footage really from 1985? What do you think? Let us
No. Probably early 2000s at best. They watched Blair Witch and wanted to recreate it.
know your thoughts in the comments section.
Do you think we're lost?
And you don't see anything scary, so
By the
it's
way,
just
a
bullshit.
huge thank you to our members of the week, Kimu Afaraka and Scott Osborne. You can join the wonderful people who make this content possible by signing up to our Patreon. Or you can just subscribe and like the video. It's free and it helps a ton.
Sure it does.
Number 3. Candle in the Wind. While celebrating her birthday, this woman was met with a nasty surprise as she went to blow out her candles. Luckily, she was able to prove her experience as her family was recording.
Watch the candles on the cake.
What the
Out of
fuck?
nowhere, the candles seem to blow out on their own.
And this is not the
Aggressive,
only
too.
time something like this has happened. Check out another video of the same phenomenon.
The exact same thing happens.
How could
The
that even
little
happen?
cross.
There could be someone stood just out of sight who blew it from a distance, either themselves or with something like a fan or a hairdryer. But surely the audio would have picked that up. And how did every single candle get blown out flawlessly? A few commenters have discussed the possibility that the process of singing happy birthday and blowing out birthday candles is actually kind of an aging ritual. Are we actually tapping into the spirit realm when we celebrate our birthdays?
Or somebody is reaching out to you because it's your birthday.
Or is there another explanation for these clips? Leave any of your theories down in the comments.
The crossing over is crazy.
Number 2. Hide and seek.
Oh, yay.
This warehouse worker was in for an on-shift surprise one day when he noticed a young man sprinting right up to him. He soon realised that the young man was being pursued by 2 other men, one armed with a hammer, and quickly got the hell out of there.
What?
But the site's CCTV cameras recorded everything and caught some really strange footage.
Oh, great. Okay. This is weird.
The perpetrators eventually find their ways inside the back of the truck,
Okay.
but this video doesn't end quite how you expected it to. Rather than a gory situation for the young man, something crazy happens instead.
Like, he just ducked down behind this box, but they're looking right at it. He's not there. What the fuck? I don't understand. What the hell? How did he get out of there? What the fuck is going on? Is there like a hole in the bottom of that truck? God, I hope not, because you're shipping stuff. That would suck. This is very weird. I don't know what to think or believe. Oh, and away they go. Okay, bye.
Somehow, he was able to get underneath the truck and lock the pair in without them even being able to react. According to the video, the driver took the truck straight to the nearest police station and the 2 men were arrested. But how on earth did that kid manage to get from inside the truck to underneath it? Did he somehow figure out how to teleport? Unless there was some kind of hole in the floor of the truck, you can see him almost descend into the floor behind a box when he first gets into the back. But surely the pair would have noticed a hole in the ground when they got in to investigate.
Yeah.
A few commenters were suspicious of the fact that when the perpetrators were looking inside, the boxes they were interacting with looked as though they were all empty. Could this be some kind of staged prank? With a bit of googling and reverse image searching, we managed to find the original source of the video, which comes from a page called The Royal Stampede, an Australian duo, Mark and Richie, who claim that they are taking comedy to the street in their YouTube description.
Okay.
Meaning there is a chance that this is just the work of pranksters and the whole thing was scripted. But there hasn't been any specific confirmation on this video, and it doesn't seem the kind of comedy that'll make people laugh. To be quite honest, it doesn't seem like comedy to us at all. So, what do you really think happened here? Is this real CCTV footage that somehow happened to be shared by a comedy channel to spread awareness? Or a comedy video with a very sinister sense of humour? You decide.
I don't know, it's weird. I like that he just drove off with them in the back, like...
Number 1.
That's illegal.
Abuse of power. Leanne Sullivan was sat in her home in Hertfordshire with her husband on the evening of September 12, 2024. When a knock came at the door, her husband went to open it, only to be greeted by a group of police officers out for Leanne's arrest. Her case was dropped due to a lack of evidence and suspected false accusations, but she was still held in the cells overnight. While she was in there, her home was being searched by those remaining constables, but her bedroom security cameras caught something much scarier than any shadow figures. It caught a true abuse of power.
What does this have to do with ghosts? Anyway. Oh my god. Oh, wait. Wait, I don't think this is her bedroom. This might be a kid's bedroom. There's just a lot of stuffed animals, so I'm not sure.
The constable named Marcin Zielinski allegedly stole a pair of her underwear from her drawers directly in front of the hidden ring camera placed there. The truly horrifying thing about this is that if he got caught on camera doing this, what on earth could he have been doing when nobody was watching?
Yeah.
What is he really capable of? It's especially creepy when you think those supposed to be protecting you can act this weird when no one is looking. He was jailed this month and he will remain there for 4 months after coming clean to what he did before the court. This just makes you wonder, sometimes the scariest things aren't paranormal. The real monsters don't hide in the shadows of an abandoned hospital or a forgotten cemetery. They walk among us, hidden in plain sight. They're the stranger you just passed on the street.
The police officer in your bedroom.
The person standing behind you in line. You've probably already seen one today. You're just lucky enough to not knowing it yet.
I left my house today, so I know I didn't.
So this entity doesn't take kindly to people taking...
Okay, well that's cool. Oh, Sleep is canceled. That's their second channel. They're great. Check out GoosePimples if you ever want to get scared. They're great. But that is all I have for today. I will be back with more next week. I'll be off Thursday and Friday, so I will be doing this on Friday. I'm very excited. But I love you all, and I will see you later on TikTok. Bye.